What's up, alien savages, and welcome to another episode. It's been a while on my English podcast because I usually do it in German. But can you speak German?
Ein bisschen.
Ein bisschen?
Ich verstehe
Okay.
ein bisschen.
Dann
Deutsch,
machen wir den
aber-
Podcast jetzt auf Deutsch, okay?
No.
No?
Nein.
Okay. And I think I keep this English podcast now for amazing guests because here on this island, there are amazing people,
Yeah.
especially women. And today I feel really honored because I'm here with Nooma that I really like. I live here for 3 years and I have seen you over the 3 years. Like you live here for a longer time, right?
2.5.
2.5?
Slightly less. Mhm.
Okay. Wait, is this microphone on? Can you say something? You need to have it really
1,
close.
2, 1, 2.
Okay, you speak more quiet.
Okay, yeah, I am.
Maybe a little louder.
I'll speak louder. Mhm.
Okay. So for the whole time I was seeing you around. Like I saw you really early on, like Daily Devi with your son. And I was like, how is she living here and having a kid? Like it's like I have the biggest respect for mothers in this awakening on a tropical island like Koh Phangan. So I always saw you around and I liked your vibe. And then Faye introduced us at an aesthetic dance.
Mhm.
And I was like saying, oh, you have such a conscious, pretty face. Do you remember?
Kind of. Where was the...
At Om, when it
Om.
was
Yeah, yeah,
raining.
okay, yeah. Mhm.
And then
But I think we spoke before a little bit. Just kind of,
maybe,
hello,
I don't remember.
you're sweet, like
Oh,
this kind of...
really?
Yeah, a little bit. Tiny bit.
Nice. Okay. And then on the equinox, Shibari, whatever, we like dropped in for a bit. We like for the first time solid. And I was like, oh, I like her. And I was already following you on Instagram. And now I follow you. So you also share like really authentically, which I love. And now this is actually our first time like really dropping in, or like our second time. And this is just an excuse basically, this podcast, because
Perfect.
I want to get to know
excuse.
you better. So
Yay.
how are you feeling?
I'm very curious to know, what makes you curious, and like I'm curious for your curiosity.
Oh,
Like, what do you see?
yeah.
Because this also tells me about you. What do you see? What do you want to know?
Yeah,
And yeah.
right. As much as you see someone else, it's showing as much as you see yourself, right?
Yeah. And I really appreciate how some people have such a broad spectrum of feeling themselves that they can see more parts of me as well. And I really appreciate that,
Well, I'm a reflector, so
Ah.
mirror work is
Mm.
my specialty.
Amazing. Okay.
Okay, so you have a son, right?
I have a boy.
How old is he?
My son. He's 4.5.
4.5. Yeah, you have the cutest boy, right?
I do.
So
Beautiful angel. Wild monkey.
yeah, and so handsome,
Super handsome. Wow.
right?
Charmer. I
Yeah,
always tell him he's a charmer. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I have so many things where I want to go. So like because you're like motherhood, I'm like I really get the texture of that now. This like maiden to becoming a mother, like this initiation when you like get a baby. Like I had Nicole, she also lives on the island. She has 2 kids. I had her on my podcast too, and she was dropping codes. So I want to get into this, and I also want to get into your voice because you like found your gift and how this came to you. I now with Faye, I'm like so into musicians, and really this world is opening up to me. So where do you want to start first?
Oh my
Babies, motherhood, or voice?
I feel like it will probably all kind of connect because it's all connected.
So why don't you tell me, how long have you been living here? 2.5 years?
2.5 years.
So you got your son where?
Well, I gave birth on a bed in Israel.
A hospital or?
In Hod, on a bed, my own home
Oh,
bed.
so home
At
birth?
home.
Wow. That's nice.
Very special. Yeah.
Would you
It was
recommend?
clear for me
Yeah?
from the beginning that that's going to be my birth, like his birth.
Why?
Like I never recommend anyone to, like I never tell anyone like, oh, home births, that they are. It's just what I felt in my knowing that this person is here to come. There's only one way. It's a one-way ticket. And then my voice of like what makes me the most calm and the most at peace. And I really dislike hospitals.
Same.
Yeah.
Who likes hospitals?
I think if I want to get like theoretical or like, philosophical, even like I was born in a hospital and I think I was left there for quite a long time because my mother, my biological mother, she left me at the hospital. She was 19. She couldn't raise me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So how long do you think she left you there?
I think a lot of people have something against hospitals, but for me, for sure, it's a very deep,
Yeah. Like imagine you like this is like when, and this just happened for me a little while ago that I actually put myself in these like situations. You're like coming into this realm out of a pussy. You're like, and then like the first moments. And Nicole, she was like really going into that, and I was like, oh, like they take the baby away, they like measure it, like who cares how heavy the kid is, like how tall it is, like give it to her mother, let it co-regulate.
Yeah.
And
the first moment of a being into this world, I feel like they are infinity, they are eternal for this child. Like if it's your first day, it's your whole life, it's your whole life of this on this first day. Happen on this first day. Second day is half of your whole life happens on this day.
Whoa.
It's like a very, very, it's the welcome to this realm. And I feel like there's quite a lot of people feeling, and I'm sure you do too, from what I observe. Like we land here and we're like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Where the fuck?
Someone got a baby and Faye was showing me a picture. And the baby just like in the face was like, what am I doing here?
What is this realm? You're like, you're in a body that is completely like incapable.
Yeah, right?
And you're like looking through this and you're like, what am I seeing? Like you also don't see a lot. And you feel all these sensations and it's also like new and strange.
Yeah. And then like hospital lights and like Nicole was also going into how they use it to control us by like many mothers don't get initiated into motherhood. They stay a maiden by not like having the spiritual experience of the birth, but like being trucked and the baby taking like really sterile and not like this, it's like probably one of the most trippy experience you can have. And so do you want to get into your birth? Was it underwater?
Both for you and for the baby. The more connected you are, I feel like the baby is it's like such an intense experience. If you are so connected with your own body and you are holding space for your baby in that body, then they can also, come to the world feeling more secure, I feel, or like safe in their body. And I really see it on my son. I mean, I only have one child, so I cannot really say if this is
Do you want more?
A collective thing, but I'm still not sure. Like one child is a lot for me. For me, my person, this is already so much. So
right.
Another one.
Yeah.
But we have this thing in our relationship where I'm very supportive, very loving, very caring, but also I really trust him. And he does feel very safe in his body and very connected. I was never like, oh, don't do like. I was never too scared of what he does with his body. I was very trustful. Of course, I had fears more about other people and like the road and like Yeah, the fears that come with parenthood. I feel I
just adopted two kittens and I can feel it. Like I'm like, don't worry, they're safe. And also like this allowing of seeing them as your teacher. And this is what like so in the system, they don't see it and the kids quickly get programmed. But like, do you see your son as like this kind of enlightened master that walked in and
absolutely.
Like,
I used to call him guru. I still do because
he is your guru. He's one of your greatest teachers.
Guru.
Probably
it comes very also naturally from my mouth. Guru. It's like because gur is also a cub in Hebrew. Gur, like a little animal, a baby animal, but also guru is a master. So it comes together. It's like the new always brings the new teachings, the new knowledge. And like, I don't know how much we want to dive into that, but it's a beautiful,
it's a huge one. Yeah, this is
fascinating
like,
world.
I talked with Nicole a lot about that.
Wow.
Because it's like this fine line of daily life happening and like like not seeing the challenge that he brings. Like with my animals, I have to be so present. I have to be so slow and not jump to like, I'm gonna teach them, I'm gonna like, but like
Yeah.
only because they're like in a small body, like be it a kid or a cat. Not like, oh, it's like it's just another divine soul, just as me. Just because they're in a little body, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't make them like less, but even more because they come in like now, and like as a kid, this pure like unprogrammed source with all your stuff to like basically help you also, right? And it probably takes so much to like allow yourself to see that. Like this is for me the definition of conscious parenthood, right? Like, so.
Yeah, but parenting, I feel, is like this role where you bring someone into the world. You don't actually they come through you, and it's a constant game of realizing this being. He's not an extension of me. He's not part of my body anymore. They were, but they're not anymore. And the universe, as much as I have the biggest love for this being, maybe more than anyone else on this planet, the universe loves this being even more. The universe loves this being so much that the universe made sure this being is here on the earth. So it's like, I don't know who the universe is, or like, I don't want to put that into boxes, but life wanted this being to be here. I couldn't have made it possible unless life wanted it to be possible. So I lean on this trust where this person needs to be here, and I can only like come in the way of this flow and make resistances there. It's only my work to let go of the need to control this being, to educate this being, to make sure I know where this being is going, and like, it's only my work always to come back inside.
It must be so challenging, right?
Super challenging. I feel like it's like the more open you are to life and to death as well, the more pain you experience, but also the more gifts, the most healing, and wow, like I would love to get into that.
Yeah, like what you just said is like, it's really I can barely hold it. It's like, it's such a funny time because we're like breaking the cycle, and especially with new kids, of like just like letting them be this free soul, free spirit, and not sucking them into the old, but like protecting them so they can just be who they are. Like never need to like get all this programming and then purge it out. Like you do and have done your work, that you can now raise the next generation of like really like a clear breaking of the cycle. And it must be so, because it's like this world is still so ghetto everywhere, and we're still having and we're still having our stuff and our lineage, and to like I have so much respect for you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where this comes from. I mean, we always live now. I really do live now, so much so that I sometimes misregard all that I had to go through in order to come to where I am right now. But the new souls, they are here to invite us to the new world. So it's really up to us to be so awake, to almost like meditate. I have this like little muscle here that keeps jumping.
Why?
I think it's a spirit thing the last days, because I'm taking magnesium, so it's for sure not a lack of magnesium. But I'm like, okay, something is talking with me.
Okay. It's your right eye.
She's
what
like,
does it mean?
She wants to blink. She's like, yeah, you got it. You got it.
But also, like, I feel like I know you, you know, like I look in your eyes and I feel really comfortable. Like, I think we know each other. You know, with some people, I have this, like, I immediately feel like rested, and like I for sure share some past timelines together. And other people I meet, I'm like, oh, I don't know you. I meet you for the first time. Like Faye's mother, for example, she came and visited the island, and we immediately had this like, I know her. And then Faye's cousin came, and I was like, oh, I don't know her, which is like fine. But it's like, I just feel...
Is it more difficult to be around people that you feel like you don't know them?
Yeah, for sure. It's like, it's like,
I think I love talking about the structure of the universe.
Me too.
Of course.
Do you feel like you
Of
know
course
me?
we do.
Do you feel comfortable?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. And I always want to like explain things, but I always come back to like the understanding of, we are limited, but it's part of the art,
Yeah.
It's like the fact that I'm limited in a frame or with this marker or with this guitar, with this voice, makes it also why I'm able to go wild completely in my brain. But it's at the end, it's that, and I feel always this need to like explain. So what I saw as the explanation of what you experience is that we both share almost these like areas within ourselves that we accepted or that we know.
Mm-hmm.
So when we come together, it's almost like music. There is actually chords or like notes that we both play already. So they combine, they harmonize. And the more notes you feel in a person that harmonize, the more it's calm for the nervous system. It's like beautiful music that just makes you very calm and very at home and very cozy.
What a nice analogy. What a nice song we're playing.
Yes.
So what does our song sound like?
It sounds very good in my ear.
Right? Yeah. Now you're also speaking a little louder. In the beginning, you were really quiet.
True. I learned the ways of the body.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's also like, like Faye's also sometimes like really quiet. Like I noticed that in women, like, it's like this, like taking up space. Like, hey, we're doing a podcast now. Because it's like a little different than not doing a podcast.
Yes.
Like it's like almost the same, but we know like, okay, now we're being filmed.
Intention.
Yeah. And then like to like this masculine of like, let's do it. Let's hear our voice.
Yeah. We hit record. We have this thing.
Yeah. So speaking about your voice.
Yes. Take
Faye
space.
was saying, take space?
Take space. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like to take space.
Yeah.
In the world. Because your voice takes space, creates space.
Yeah, the voice like Faye so got me to like understand that, like the voice, my essence is coming through you. Like I hear people and I like you so hear where they're at by their voice. And I listened to myself years ago. And I'm
you
like,
sound differently, right?
Yeah. So speaking about the voice, Faye does a lot of these singing journeys and has done them. And she said that you have been there too.
Yes.
And I hear your music on Instagram, and you have such a beautiful voice. So if you don't know, Nooma has a really beautiful voice.
And a very weird one too.
Yeah?
Yeah. I really allow myself to go crazy with the voice. For me, it's like, it's not about pretty voice.
Yeah.
It's about voice that can touch all the realms.
Yeah. So my question is, how did you find your voice? How did you find your gift? Do you have like, musicians like Faye's friend Tabea, she has like a really cool story how she found her voice.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Do you have one? How did you find your voice?
Wow.
Tell me. How did she come to you?
Ooh. Out of all the things we spoke, that I've had many, many things to share, and I still didn't have all the space to share all the things that we discussed. This particular topic, wow.
Wait, what did you just say?
That out of all the other things, out of all the other subjects, like this one, the question that you're asking, I don't necessarily have a specific story to tell.
Was it a Britney Spears songs?
No, definitely not. I mean, I do remember sitting in a very dark maluka, which is a ceremony space, and starting to just speak kind of gibberish, but feeling like the non-thinking words that came through me felt very full of meaning and intention. that is divine. And then I kind of just maybe wanted to share that. But I've been making music since I was 10 years old, so I don't really remember.
Okay, yeah, that's like,
Mm.
wow.
Yeah, I've been studying guitar and drums and piano. And I did many things. Like I'm lucky to, even though my childhood was quite like regular, put aside the fact that both, like all me and my brothers, we are all adopted. So it's quite a interesting, unique family.
What a life you lived
Yeah.
so far. So you're adopted?
Yeah, so I got adopted. This is like the continuous of what we spoke before. Is I was left in the hospital, and I don't know what
for
happened.
how long do you think you got left there? Like, was it like a
month,
day? A month?
About a month, but I'm not sure like what exactly happened in this month. Like, I'm sure I didn't stay the whole month in the hospital. There was probably someone who took me somewhere, but it took time, like a month, until my parents, like my raising parents, received me into their house, into their home. And when I got into the home of my raising parents, they already had 2 children, my 2 older brothers, that were also adopted at different ages. And it so happened that my dad, my brothers, we are all musical, and we are also all very visual. Like also my mother, we sculpt, we paint, but no one in the family took this as like, this is my job, this is my life. But they all have this touch. So it's almost like we have all gathered from different biologies and like backgrounds into this one home. And somehow I don't remember this home being like so creative and expressive, but it was as well. It's like this kind of like it was also very serious in many ways, and very like survival, and very like.
Do you like your family?
Yeah, my parents go to work, and like we need to do our homework, and we need to go to school, and I didn't like being a child. Do I like my family? Do I?
Yeah.
I really appreciate all the people in my family. I feel like I love them. Yeah, I love them. We're not always like the closest, but I really appreciate these beings.
Why didn't you like being a child?
Well, for me, being a child was is like what we spoke about before. Is like I got into this world and I was like, where the fuck did I arrive? You know, and I didn't understand what's happening. I didn't understand why this whole show is happening, and
so you came in really awake already, and was like, what is this?
Maybe this is awake. I don't know.
Yeah, so you were already questioning, like.
I was questioning.
This is awake.
I guess I felt very lonely. I felt like I don't understand the ways of the people and school and all these things. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to be part of these systems.
Yeah.
I was able to kind of like go above and like hover and like say like, what is going on? You know.
Like, which age?
I think like baby age.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you were hovering above from like the observer, like, where am I? Like.
I felt left. I felt like my soul family left me.
Yeah, I feel like this is what most of us feel.
Yeah.
And it's like...
I don't feel like that anymore, honestly. I've had they came to tell me again and again.
Yeah.
In a way.
I feel like that sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's...
misplaced. You feel misplaced.
Yeah, it's just like... I feel like many of my alien friends, like my Pleiadian brother and sisters, like if they would already show up, and I have like a good time with them, and then like it would be torture to come back, you know? Like it's like if I would see 2 years ago what I've been through the last 2 years, I would be like, no.
I'm not gonna go through this.
I'm not gonna go through this. Like,
I'm not playing this game.
Like this is like, nope. I know too much. I'm an infinite soul. Self-delete, pop out of a pussy, next timeline, more like higher vibrational where it feels better.
Not shaved.
Not shaved? What?
Not a shaved pussy.
Why?
Kidding.
Don't you like shaved pussy?
It's okay. All good. I like them all.
It's like this funny programming that's like where we got like, ooh, women need to look like young girls, and it's But yeah, we like them all, right? So you're not shaved?
It's nice when it's smooth, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
also
a lot of work.
nice that it's wild.
Yeah. So what are
But
you?
back to your.
But what are you?
I'm partially.
Me too. I like that the most. I trim every now and then.
Yeah, it's just more convenient for me.
Yeah, and
I
also this
also-
full shaving, I get irritated.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
like.
I get
I don't
like-
like the knives.
Yeah.
Okay, back to going out of a pussy, and this time we
Out
don't
of the
talk about the hair.
Yeah,
because-
that like, it's like, I don't know. Like I feel like often I thought this is not gonna feel like this dense, you know. Like it's like, but I'm at this point now where I'm like so surrendered. Like I'm like I love it here. I accept. I say yes to life, and I know it's like exhausting. Like this for me is a thing like life is so exhausting. Like tonight, like with the kittens, like I woke up, I didn't sleep so well, I had a headache. I'm like, yep, getting going, and it's just like life is in this density still heavy. Let's make a coffee. So it's I'm okay, but also I still like it's challenging for me sometimes.
Yeah, that's the thing about having a body and a brain. It's like you know inside that you're infinite, but you get to experience both the pleasure and the pain and the suffering and the tiredness and the boredom.
Yeah,
But I have something actually that came to me the other day
tell me.
that I want to share. So for me, this like story of like not fitting in or feeling misplaced or not trusting life was very, very present throughout my life. And a lot of this actually shifted the more I experienced loss and death and birth as well. And where I'm getting into is life almost showed me like, you remembered where you come from. You remembered your spirit, family. You remembered that you're infinite. And you started forgetting, right? And you started wanting to adapt and to fit in. But you always knew that you cannot really fit in. And always everyone around you also kind of knew that you are a little bit different. And slowly in life, I almost started developing these things with like breathing and digesting, like the very basic things that we all take for granted started being difficult for me to breathe, to digest food from very young age, actually. But at the same time, my body also was very healthy and vibrant. So it got very clear to me later on that it's all vibrational and that my work is purely vibrational. My body is perfectly fine if I just let it be. But the more I feel like this distrust in life, the more I suffer. And recently, this very clear message came where spirit is kind of telling us like, I'm the spirit, I'm air, I'm oxygen. So I'm not over there, I'm not deep inside. I'm here. In order to survive in this body, you need to breathe me in. Otherwise, you're dead. Like this body is completely out of life if there's no spirit inside. So spirit is almost kind of telling us like, I've never left you. I'm here. You're breathing me inside. Like, just keep breathing. That's all you need to do. Keep breathing. Like, let me in you.
Let's take a deep breath. Fully exhale. And inhale.
I'm exhaling now.
Okay, then I exhale with you. Exhale. And inhale together on 3. 3, 2, 1.
So spirit is telling us like, lean onto me, just breathe. And I felt like my whole, this area of my body, my breast, my belly could just kind of like lean onto spirit and feel trust. And it was like spirit telling me like, I was never gone. Everything that you've ever done, received, or has been taken away from you, I was always there to make sure that, you are held.
Yeah, you said it so beautifully. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also said it earlier so nicely that it's like you're living so present in the now these days that it's like you sometimes forget how much you went through. Like we're the survivors. Like all the people I know that are like really got far. They're like, how am I still alive? And then we're like, yeah, presence is where it's at. And then you like, and it's also so good to like not attach to like I've been like I stopped to tell like I have no belly button. I have like the scar on my stomach, and I used to like identify with it, and now I just like it's I don't tell the story unless like someone asks me or so. It's like yeah. And then it's just like this last night was also so like it's just presence. Presence. So
you're being born again and again and again into this life, like different parts of yourself, and you take on all these different things. But if you try to hold on to like stories, and I really connect this to health. It's like the more we let go of whatever is being left in us also by our ancestors, let's just even focus on that for a moment. Like this body is a creation of our ancestors, right? Like there has been a few people, and then they multiplied and multiplied and multiplied and multiplied. I don't know how many ancestors we have, but all of their skin cells and DNA created these beings here. Like we are probably sourced from the same, right? If we go to the very root.
Of course we are.
Yeah. So whatever trauma was back there, it's also here. It's right here, right now.
Whoa.
And it's like we contain everything and everyone, actually. We're at the edge of this story, containing all of this energy, containing all of this like information stored in our being.
And we're so beautiful.
And we're gorgeous.
Lucky us. Look at us.
Yes. I'm always
We're
amazed
glowing.
by nature, like how more and more beautiful beings are coming into this life. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's pretty
Especially
amazing.
Israelis, right? They're so beautiful. Like they have, right?
I guess.
What's your nationality?
I'm Israeli.
Yeah, right?
I grew up in Israel. I never identified with anything, to be honest. I'm of the earth and of the stars.
According to Bashar, Israelis have, I think, the highest Anunnaki percentage or so. So I just like seen many, and you included like a strong cosmic glow. Like, people are interested in different things. Like people find different things attractive, and I find like wokeness, like spiritual, like
it's an energy, yeah.
Yeah. And for me now, the body is just like this meat suit we carry, and if there's no soul in, like I was at a funeral recently, and once the soul leaves, it's just this
bag of
But yeah, Israelis, I just like find many have like such a like I cannot get my eyes off them, and not so much checking them out. Sometimes yes, in a nice way, but a lot just like, ooh, this is really conscious. Do you feel the same?
I feel the same, but I also I always wonder if it's because of the language. Like, of course, I have friends from many nationalities, and I have to say, like, some people, even from different nationalities, feel like Israeli to me. Yeah? It's very strange. It's like,
what do I feel like to you?
It's a small, country somewhere in the world, in the Middle East. You don't feel Israeli to me. Sorry.
No? What do I feel like?
Just
German.
Just alien.
That's nice.
I feel the stars with you. Yeah, I feel the cosmos.
But yeah, like if I look at Germans, and no front to Germans, and I am German, I don't see like overall Israelis just but also this island is so concentrated of like the creme de la creme. Yeah. Right? Like to come here, you come here for a reason. So let's ask you a question. Since you're Israeli, how do you feel about that there's so many here on the island? Loaded question. I'm asking Nooma.
I'm always going to bring the most abstract answers.
Uh-oh.
That's me.
What is she gonna say now? What is coming now?
Yeah. Wow. So we operate in different types of family operations. I feel like operation is such a very serious word.
Whoa.
But it's like, on our realm, it doesn't matter where you come from. If we speak the same language, if we have this like music inside of us and consciousness is kind of speaking in the same language and vibrating in a way which is aligning with one another, then this is my family. I can see Israelis that I feel completely like, whoa, what is this kind of animal? It's like almost like an animal that is strange to me and other to me. But I can see it in every other nationality as well. It's like some creatures here on this planet, they feel less at home for me, like we discussed before. And my aspiration now, I guess, is to find how this being is also part of me and how I can send more love. I don't have to literally be in the love space with everyone, but inside of myself to kind of just respect that there are different types of beings. And I see a lot of different types of Israelis coming here from, different vibrations, and it can make me a little bit uneasy if I feel that other people are looking at it and it's like, oh, too many Israelis, and like I have this like, oh, please don't be racist, like I don't want people to promote hatred. So I would rather to have less people from my country coming, just because I don't want too many to promote hatred, because someone's saying something and then other people comment like, oh, it's Israelis, this is the way they are, and I'm like,
racism is just so low vibe. It's like, it's the programming, and you find it everywhere because we're coming out of such a dark time. And no matter what kind of way you grew up, like German programming, French programming, United States, Australia, it's like same but different. It's like different, yes, but in the core it's the same, and we all like wash ourselves clean again.
Yeah, we
and
purge
it doesn't.
out.
Yeah, it's just like all about balance. It's like if too many from a certain programming are here, it's like, I don't know. Like for me, the island was so nice to like come and be so out of my German bubble to wash myself clean, to see it, because before I was like with all my Germans and no one mirrored our programming. And here I came and all of a sudden it became really clear. And now often when I'm around Germans, I'm like sometimes cringing a little of like, because it reminds me of like who I was and that I don't like this anymore, like old programming. It's like, I don't know.
I was always misplaced. I was never Israeli.
And I think that's good, because it's like you want to like see, like I feel so not German anymore,
Yeah.
And if you stay too much in your bubble, everyone is in it. You don't see your own programming. And
Yeah. In Judaism, there is a lot of beauty. So there is a lot of ancient beauty, and I'm not sure I'm able to translate everything, but there is Parashot Hashavua, which is almost like I would say it's a little bit like astrology of Judaism, where when on a specific date there is almost like a message, a divine message, and someone checked for me. No, someone, not a random person. The dad of my child checked for me according to my birth time and date, and my parasha, which is like the wisdom that came in that day, was Lech Lecha, which is part of my scripture of the soul, is to come up and go and leave the place where I was born. So you can actually see it in multiple ways. One is that my biological mother left me, or the fact that very early on I found myself moving out of Israel as early as I could, leaving scouts, leaving the army, leaving the school, everywhere that there was a structure, I left it. And this is the scripture of my soul. It's like not to belong. It's to always ask the questions. It's to always shake the structure and ask, like, are we here for the structure, or are we here for what flows in the structure, you know, the spirit that is in the
There is no box.
in the frame. Yes. And I'm almost allergic to like to these frames, to these structures. Like we can create structures, but only as long as the spirit goes inside and gives it life. So I feel like as humans, like what I see about humans is they love the structure so much, you know. They wanna relate, they wanna be part of something so much that they are willing to lose their own like individual path, you know, to be part of a group.
Yeah, that's programming, like to fit in, and for the mind, this like illusion of security. And that you're in control, but the soul like, nope. And that's why now everything is shaking if you still try to keep that up. And if you're shifting with us, it like all needs to like be let go. And if you let it go, you get rewarded. So that's why I'm like, okay. And I used to love structure. Like my structure was always like really changing, and it served me. But like over the years, less and less and less. And now I find myself at a point where I can hold on to hardly any structure, like any. As soon as I try, it's like, nope, it's not. It's only serves you if you're fully able to like let it go in any moment. It's like, and often like I go in these.
What you shared with me, just what you shared with me when you were over there.
Yeah.
When I just came.
Yeah.
Arrived.
For example, yeah.
Yeah.
Or what did I share?
That you almost did like this inner ceremony of letting go of property that you have.
Yeah.
And
Exactly like this. It's like it's just this funny dance, and
then you can remain having you can still have the structures if you let go. Yeah, because that's when you let go of the perception of the structure.
Yeah.
You also already do that. You rebirth yourself every day.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's like right now, it's often that like up to 3 days, often a certain energy like stays, that like sometimes 3 days I have like a similar quote unquote routine, but it's not like I'm not attached to it. And then I can really feel like, oh, now I'm in a new energy and I have to like, and often it's just like 1 day different, like right now it's a lot of change, but then often like I do like 3 days, like kind of the same, but then like also switch it up, like when and what, and but it's you know what I mean, like I'm in energy, and it's like for the mind, it's like this was an amazing day, let's repeat this forever.
Nope.
Well, so I love it. You always ask you whatever question, and you just always go like you're like
specifically.
Huh?
I'm me specifically, or
no you specifically are just like not in your mind, like you're like you're just like I ask you like, so how do you feel about the Israelis, and you're like you answer it in a way that is like no, it's great. That's I'm the same. Like it's like your soul is speaking clearly. I mean, I do also have these like German podcasts where I'm like sometimes really go in the mind, so we can connect. Like we Germans are really in the mind. Like this was a big one to like. I woke up through my mind mostly, and then eventually like my mind was like, okay, I get it. Now we have to get out of the mind. Like, ah! So sometimes I still have podcasts where I'm like a lot in my mind to connect about like what comes up when I'm like, But I really like your flow of like, whoa, where did you, like you talk and you bring me to a place, and I'm like, where did you bring me?
A new realm, a new world,
like,
new planet.
Wait, what? And sometimes I can only hold it for the moment, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate, I think the mind is a tool as well.
Yeah.
Like the guitar is a tool. You know, like we have so many tools, you know?
Yeah.
And I respect the tool as well. It's like...
just seeing that it is a tool and it was never designed to be in charge.
Yeah. It's not the destination.
Yeah.
We shouldn't do things for the tool, for the instrument. Yeah.
Yeah.
The instrument is here to serve us, to serve the soul, instead of us serving the instrument.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, now I see this like vehicle, like we come into a body, and with that we need a mind. We need like an ego that like keeps us present and we can function. But it's like, how I see now, it's like a passenger. It's like of the infinite me's, every Ferdi has an ego, has its mind, and it's just the passenger for this vehicle to drive it, to have a physical reality as like a human. But it's like the soul has entered for the experience, like a part of me, and I need the like vehicle to drive through.
Mm-hmm.
But the vehicle was never designed to like, I'm like in the driver's seat. Like, no, it's just a vehicle. So yeah, and now I go, okay.
You know how you know these situations where something that is even like physical, like the fan or whatever, like the something appeared in your life that is very physical, and it aligned with everything you intended to, like so well, like there was a complete synchronization.
It's crazy at this
like
point,
the
right?
car is not working today because I needed to get stuck here in order to and then it worked again, and we kind of start almost like it's almost like we're like, oh, thank you, car, you're so amazing. It's not the car, it's the spirit. Like everything which has shape here can contain a spirit.
Yeah.
The spirit is meant to flow through all the different
Bashar,
instruments.
I think, likes to say, as above, so below. Like spirit comes first. Like everything is happening in spirit first, and it's then a manifestation in the 3D reality.
Mm-hmm.
So everything are like just symbols in the 3D of the energies playing out, and it's not the actual like thing. It's just the symbol for the energy, and then it's like. It's so funny. It's so funny, like going through the day, staying present and seeing everything like happens there for a reason. And this is like nudging me in a certain energy and guiding. It's really wow at this point, right? It's like pure magic. It's like wearing these magic glasses that you cannot put off anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And
because you took something off actually to see. You took the glasses off, actually. You took the illusion glasses
or whatever
metaphor
you want to use.
Because then it's hard to put it on again. It messes
or
with
hard to put it off. Both metaphors work, okay?
Yes. Absolutely.
Mine
As
is
above,
fine
so below.
too. Nice. So, your mother. I want to go back. I want to like give people like, how do you do it? Do you have a husband? Do you have a man? How do you how do you do it? How are you a mother? Are you single?
Okay.
Tell us.
Yes. So
yes.
Back when in the COVID days, what they called it, I got pregnant from my boyfriend in those days. And I believe for like when I got into this relationship, I was 25 and it was all like in flow, like, oh, I like this person. Okay, maybe we move in together because it's more convenient. It's fun. We are already spending so much time together. We like traveling together. We like smoking pot together. We like watching movies together. We like having sex together. Like it's your companion, it's your friend, it's your lover. And then I felt in many ways like, okay, maybe it's time to split. There was many reasons why. But then life kind of wanted us to stay together. In many ways, I tried leaving him and I couldn't. For good and bad reasons too. Yeah. And then I got pregnant.
Dum.
Yes.
And you didn't see it coming because you wanted to like...
I did not see it coming.
I did not split up. So it was first a shock, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And like I wanted to move abroad. Like that time was maybe the time where I lived the most in Israel since my adulthood. Like I didn't even see myself living in Israel, and I lived with him, and I felt like parts in me want to express myself in the world, and I am stopping myself. Like, actually, like I lived in Berlin before.
Cool.
Yes,
for
and before Berlin, I lived in New York.
Wow.
For a year.
4 years?
A year, 1 year.
A year?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I loved it. It
right?
really opened. Yeah, it really opened some beautiful. Yeah.
How old are you now?
In me. 32.
32? So you...
32 light years.
32 light years. What does that mean? 32
quantum
suns, Earth around the suns, right? Isn't that 1 year? The Earth goes around the sun once per year?
Once per year, I think so.
You see? Because what do you mean by light years?
I mean that it's difficult to really count your time
what's
here
time?
with
Yeah,
years, but
exactly. But you get then. So your son is, what did you say?
4.5.
4.5. So
I was like 27 when I got pregnant.
whoa.
And I left many of my parts somewhere because like in Berlin I was the artist.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time I started like doing shamanic work, and it brought me back to childhood because I was doing a lot of theater in childhood and a lot of self-therapy through theater. So all of these places came together, but I wasn't feeling like I'm in my purpose. And then when I got pregnant, I was like, but I never even like got to a situation where I think what kind of mother I want to be. Where do I want to raise my child?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking around me and I'm like, I don't want to be here. I don't even know if this is the man I want to do it with. Where's my community? Where is my nature, my trees? Like I need my sisters. I need something else. And I was really scared, and I was like with my fingernails like don't go near me. I'm like almost like this lioness, like trying to protect her body, and like I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna do. And I wanted to get an abortion.
Whoa.
Yes, I really did. I tried going to places. Everything was closed.
Whoa. Did he wanted it too?
My partner at that, yeah, he really wanted that. He was like, it's gonna be fine, we can do it.
So he wanted the baby.
Yeah, he was really planting the seed.
Okay.
I was upset because I felt almost like I was
betrayed. Like, hey,
yeah,
this was
like,
not gonna happen.
exactly.
I didn't see this coming. I'm an
Yeah.
artist. I need to do my thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
I felt betrayed. It's very accurate. We had to go to therapy back then because I had a lot of anger that I needed to process. Yes.
uh-oh, this
Stay
Nooma.
away from me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, oh my God. It's my body. It's my time.
I
It's
don't
my
know
life.
if I could handle her.
Oh my God. That's where the Scorpio really came out.
Good that I meet you now.
Um,
So why did the abortion not work?
So it was COVID time, and I tried like calling different places, and it's interesting because when I was 16, I also got pregnant, and it was very easy to go and abort when I was 16. But
Right.
26, 27, you would assume that being an independent person would be easier even, and it wasn't. And I feel like I've really gone deep into the shadows, and it's not my first time where I've gone into the shadows. I was already doing medicine work. I was already doing a lot of work, and I've really dove deep into it. And somehow, somewhere, I released my resistance and I let go to reality, and I started being the pregnant woman fully. Like I was enjoying myself, and I was nourishing my body, and making very clear decisions, very like clear cut decisions, like this is the house I want, this is the place I want to live, and like I chose a path for myself. So we moved into, within like 4 months, we moved more into nature, and that's where I gave birth. And I'm very happy that this was the place, as my child, he was born into our home, and he was able to walk barefoot outside, naked, and see the neighbors and be free and wild. And where the reality of most of my friends and family was different because it was COVID time and everybody had to stay at home, and
So at which month did you make the shift to like, I'm going to be a mother? Like how long were you pregnant?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Pretty early on, maybe second month or something.
Yeah? So all this therapy and inner work, you did in like 2 months?
Yeah, I'm very quick. I'm
Whoa.
very quantum.
You just jumped.
Yeah, exactly. I jumped.
Yeah.
I jumped to another reality. Wow. And I feel like I opened also abundance through that, because it was a very clear knowing that I need to have everything like super convenient for me in a way. And I didn't know how much actually, because what I didn't know is what I'm going to experience that required a lot of convenience, almost like an ayahuasca ceremony where you make sure you have like a very nice mattress and the water and everything around you, because you're gonna go through something that you have no idea that is coming. And indeed, there was a lot of initiations coming after the birth of my son, during and after, and I went through massive inner deaths, I would say, in many different ways. Through that time, I realized also that this person needed to come through us. He chose us, and we...
Yeah, he was like, fuck the abortions.
Yeah.
I'm going to also pull in lots of abundance. That is all going to work smooth. You just need to get your shit together.
Exactly.
I need a mother.
Oh my God. And only recently I've realized that I was the same kind of baby, because my biological mother, she took pills, anti-pregnancy pills. How you say? Anti-pregnancy pills?
Yeah, I don't know.
She got pregnant after one sex on
Whoa.
anti-pregnancy pills. So I was really like, I'm gonna get here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And my baby was the same also. Like, we had sex maybe once. It was half sex. It was really half sex. We didn't have the most easiest time together.
What is
at
half
that time.
sex?
Like, well, like we're like loving one another, like doing a little bit of sex, but also like we're not supposed to have sex because you just gone out of ayahuasca. So he was just
like dipping it in, and
he was like he came out of ayahuasca. He's like, I finally understand you. I see you now. The medicine told me who you are. Now I understand.
Nice.
You know? And I was like, me.
Oh, that must be good.
Come in. You
Come
know?
in.
Yeah, I think that was like the source of most of the issues, is that we love one another. We are family, but we are not maybe made of the same frequencies. And
he doesn't fully see you, you would say?
He sees me as far as he can see himself.
That's the thing, yeah.
That's very natural and beautiful. And he loves me and appreciates me until this very day. We are very good friends. We love one another. We have a lot of love for one another. It's just that
you know how you want to be met.
Yeah, and also I'm on a fast track. Like I'm on a quantum
jump,
and
yeah.
With all the love that I have, I can't. It's very difficult for me, for my growth, to have someone constantly there looking and expecting the same things from me.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel like this is one of the biggest challenges on earth. Is this one? Like they're like, you know your soul mission and your growth, and you have to stay true to it. Yeah. And also, like, you keep often, like, quote unquote, outgrowing people, and things are in phases, and then it's like, oh, did I like leave people behind? And then it's like, oh no, I have to, like, this is who I am, and I'm like, I'm now this person, and I see where I'm going, and I'm not this anymore. And this was a nice chapter or a nice book or multiple books, but now it's like happened so many times in my life that I'm like, and now all my friends are women, and we're my bros, and I had such good friends, and I love them. So yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
But is he supportive now?
He's supportive. Yeah, we're doing this together.
Nice. Is he on the island?
He's here.
Oh, that's amazing.
He lives very close.
Oh.
Very nearby to Chalaklam. Yeah, he's in Chalaklam.
Nice. So he's supportive. So you're like taking turns with the kid and...
Yeah, we have 3.5 days each, and we try to meet one another during as well, so it's not too much time apart. And we're both completely like madly in love with this being that we raised together, you know. He was there from day one. Like, actually, I remember my child Barry, he was like crying a bit too much when he was born. So the midwife was like, you need to take him to the hospital to check on him. And I was like, this baby is perfect, but whatever, if this makes it feel more safe. Like, at this point, after I gave birth, I don't mind. I can go to a hospital. I'm a bad bitch, you know. I don't care. I don't give a you know. And this ambulance came, and I put like a blanket on the two of us, and we kind of cozied up on this wheelchair and got into the hospital. And they took my baby.
They took your baby?
And
what?
They cut the beautiful cotton thread that she put on his belly button. They put plastic, and I was like, no, okay, give my baby back. Like, he doesn't need any of this. And we had to stay there until like 1, 2 a.m. because then it was just, I just told them like, look, I'm not staying the night. I can't stay here. But
Wait, what were they doing? I couldn't follow.
they had to check his like blood saturation.
Because he was
and all
crying
that.
too much?
Yeah, like, yeah.
And then what did they do
Strange.
to the belly button? Or what?
So, after you cut the cord,
Mm-hmm.
you need to...
So this was right after he was born?
Yeah, so when he
okay.
was born,
Okay.
the midwife in the home birth, she put like a cotton thread. But when we arrived in the hospital, they changed it to like plastic. And it's all very like... We spoke about how isolating it is. And yeah, but like... I had a dream that I'm giving birth, and within 1 hour I'm already walking and everything is normal. And it happened. It happened in this way where I gave birth, and the midwife is like, you have to go to the hospital. So I just packed a bag, gone out like down the stairs. I just gave birth, and in the hospital, my baby was sleeping on his daddy. His daddy was sleeping. And I was like sitting on a chair. I'm like waiting for stuff to happen. I just gave birth. And I'm like, guys, this is not working.
Yeah.
I need my bed.
Yeah. And I need my baby back.
And I don't give a fuck about what they think and what they fear. And it also happened in the pregnancy. Like they tried to, oh my God, what mothers have to go through. It's like all these checkups, and then they assume there is something wrong, and they want to check more, and you start fearing and like...
Yeah. So did you get your baby back?
I got my baby back. I called my dad. I was like, come rescue us. And he came at 2 a.m., picked us up from the hospital. I almost like ripped, everything from us. Like just...
It's like the old system.
Oh
like
my God, they want to suck you in.
And it is like the old system has like good things, but a lot of shit, because there's just, it's like based on fear. And then kind of like most people are so in it, so in the fear, and don't see its fear, and they're like, how could you do this to your baby? You're irresponsible. But you're just like, as the mother, the best, and your female intuition is everything, and just these like normal procedures, because this is how they do it. I respect it, that this is the system we come out of, but it's shit in so many ways, and there are great things in it. I'm so grateful for like medical surgery and all of the stuff when we need it. It's just like, it's a broken system. And
wow, this could be a whole podcast. Like, I have so many stories, but we will do it another time maybe.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes. And yeah.
So, and then when did you move to Koh Phangan?
Yeah.
And why would you come here?
Oh, out of
Because
all
of
places.
Deli Devi? That's why?
Hopefully not.
If you don't know, Deli Devi is our basically healthy Starbucks of the island, and it's really pricey. And lately I had a little addiction with Faye, and we went every day, and every day I paid like 1,000 baht, and after like a week I was like, enough, I don't want to do this anymore, it's too much. Either they sponsor me or I'm getting broke. Yeah, but it's like kind of addictive, right?
Yeah, there's a whole group of people,
that get addicted.
That meet every Sunday and like sit in a circle and support one another.
Of like kicking the Deli Devi addiction.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's like your addiction?
I think it's the place. They spray something in the air. I don't think it's the actual food.
Oh, the thing is, I don't like to sit in the place. Like I like it now in the garden, because the place itself I find so intense. Don't you? Because it's so small.
There were times where I would get there and I'm like, what? Why am I here?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
That's how I feel every time.
Yeah,
but
there is something. It's beyond the food, and it's even beyond the space. I don't know what's happening.
I'm just so sensitive, and as a reflector, I basically become my environment, and I'm like in it. I'm like, okay, it's a small space. Everyone is waking up. It attracts like conscious people, kinda, and many are like waking up on their computer, and they're blasting ayahuasca music, and we're like always creating something. We're all and even if we're like not like upstairs in spirit, like we're downloading codes from each other. And when there are people that I like, but I haven't introduced yet, or like but then just like sit next to them, I don't know. It just feels weird to me because it's so contained, the energy, and I feel like I'm.
There's no facilitator.
Yeah, there's no facilitator, and I feel like I host it, in like I co-created, And I'm like,
You just need to come there with my son.
yeah, kids
Because
help
he
a lot.
connects everyone
Yeah.
together. He just goes around, like, does like a silly thing and then looks on a stranger and then starts talking
Yeah.
with them, and he breaks the ice, you know.
Nice,
He makes everyone in the room actually be
That's
together,
nice, yeah.
you know.
But that's why I love the garden, because there I feel like in Thailand again, then I feel like Thailand is holding it's the like facilitator, like the nature, because it's like, you know, like nature actually holds so much, and the openness. I don't know. I love Daily Devi. It's just like, you know, it's like also like it's always a gamble. Who's gonna be there? Because sometimes it's like you have an amazing experience and you have a weird experience. Like, is it worth going?
Oh, I asked myself this many times.
Every day. Every day.
Yeah, there were times where I was there, sometimes even 2 times, even 3 times a day.
Whoa.
Yes.
3 times a day?
Yes.
Why?
Because when you're vegan,
Yeah.
I'm not vegan anymore.
Me too.
But I've been a long time.
How long?
I don't know.
Over 10 years?
No, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. But that place just has this like perfect food. Unless you want to eat protein, then it's not perfect. But
Like, what is the
it's
perfect
very
food?
convenient. And
All these breads.
they
you
do
mean?
everything almost like kind of perfect.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah, it like gives you a break of, because Thailand is quickly like dirty hippie style, and there you feel like
France.
Yeah.
You're in
And like
Paris.
it's like really like
Paris.
clean.
Kind of.
Yeah.
In the Thai style also. Like you can recognize that this is from Lazada. No.
What?
I'm saying like you can recognize that some things are from Lazada. You know, it's not actually Paris.
You mean in Delhi Devi?
Yeah.
Yeah. But just as like if people haven't like been to Koh Phangan, it's like so wild here to live here, and I love it. But sometimes it's like I live too wild that I need like here we have the AC on, you know, like we could also sit on the bed, but it's like then you don't see the paradise out of all these palm trees.
Yeah, it's very easy to get sucked in back to.
And then also I get
city
like
life.
Yeah. Or what?
Yeah, almost like in a city life here.
Yeah, and you don't see the beauty, and also it feels then too hippie for me sometimes. Like Delhi Devi is like it feels like a Starbucks, right?
But the hippie Starbucks or like the
no, it feels like
awakened Starbucks.
Yeah. But it's clean, you know.
It's clean. Yeah,
they do a good job, and I love the garden. It's just hot, but so.
After we came, actually, we've been all around. We really tried to find our home on the earth, and we've been to Costa Rica as well. And this is really wild. Like you go on the road, there's no road basically. You just you're trying to ride. Every place is like a few hours away. They don't use dish soap. They don't use hand soap.
Whoa.
It's just like this is the wild, and like you have crocodiles there. You have like
whoa.
Tigers, whatever. It's like this is not wild. Like when you come to Thailand or like Koh Phangan particularly, it's like, ooh, this is really safe. It's really clean. Yeah.
I love Thailand. It's like
It's
for me the
very
perfect
convenient.
balance, because I love being naked and waterfalls, swimming, and I don't want to be eaten by an alligator.
Exactly.
Right?
I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, and I want to go to Delhi Devi sometimes.
Yeah.
Let's go together one time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I have a friend, she went to Tulum after she was here. And she's like, where are you? In Delhi Devi? And she's like, there's nothing like that. Like the food in Tulum, she says it's and she's vegan as well.
But how are you affording Delhi Devi 3 times per day? I don't understand.
I've created the stream at some point.
Yeah.
But I should be a bit more. I at some point I stopped and I was like looking at it and I was like, no, I want to direct my. I don't have an infinite stream, so.
Yeah, this is also my
direct.
challenge. Like right now, this like in the past I was like really German, you know, and really good with my finances. And now I got like really flowy, and it's like I'm so my feminine these days that it feels like my boyfriend is my old version and he's paying for everything. And I'm just like, he allows me so I can be so my feminine. And I'm sometimes like, wait, who's holding it together? Like, you know, because I'm like, I'm so in the trust, you know, but also I like don't want to like run out of money and come to this point where I'm like, oh, now I need to make money, you know? So it's just like it's like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
To like that's why I was like to Faye, like after a week of daily every day and like ordering everything, I was like, okay, we cannot go every day. It's too much.
Yeah, but I do find myself sometimes, even if I don't go there, I eat out a lot, and
Yeah.
it is more pricey, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why I like that's yeah. I that's why I'm like it's all energy and you can feel it. It's like always coming back to alignment, to balance. And I do find in places where it's cheaper, like Casey Kitchen or this burger place I told you where they have like the veggie burgers and one solid burger is like 150 baht, which is like a good price.
Amazing.
Yeah. And like we do a macro shop and Faye loves to cook and we cook a lot.
That's awesome.
But then also we like eat at the most pricey places all the time and it's like the prices just also got up, you know, and yoga house is so nice and this is so nice. And then it's like always like today is a special day because at these days, every day is special. There is no normal day anymore. It's like today we go to yoga house and this and this because tomorrow what? Tomorrow we get another gym membership because it's a special day. I don't know.
Yes, it's a special life.
Yeah.
And it's true. No one guarantees us anything in this life. We do have to remember that we are temporary here.
Yeah. But just speaking as the masculine in like my relationship, this is like my part to like protect, provide, and there sometimes I'm like, wait. Am I too much of my feminine? No, it's all good because I still have enough. But it's just going in the mind. And at the end, like we all feel like balance, alignment, and this is what is like naturally guiding us to. So
there is a conscious way for sure to deal with money, which can, feel like you are not too much in the numbers and too much like restrictive, but also you're not careless because you appreciate that this brings you, you know, to places and like, right now, like when you have some money, let's say, and you're like, okay, I can spend it. Like I'm a big spender actually, but I don't spend on crap. I actually spend on things that I, you know, like if it's musical instruments and then I'm thinking to myself, you know, if I do go to Delhi Devi every day, I might not be able to save the money for that big instrument that I want. And I have to think also for my feminine, like, but what do you want? Like, what is more important for you? And maybe there can be some adjustments.
Yeah.
Making money is super important and living in abundance is super important, you know. Yeah,
it's all energy and making sure that like we're all like are called to like be in alignment. Like as I see us in the future, we're all like our full potential. We're all walking higher selves, living in full alignment, like many higher vibrational civilizations. And this just like is the energy aligned, you know. And then like Lazada, I love Lazada, and this and this, and then I get cats and I get too excited about like look at this toy thing there. I got too excited. It's out there under the table. It's like it's like okay, Freddy, calm down. Don't purchase every toy kitten cat, whatever. But then it's like it quickly comes like back. Like I can immediately like I do some dumb purchases or so, and then I can quickly feel it, and then I'm like come more in alignment. Like let the energy be balanced.
It's a little bit like endorphin. Endorphin.
Yeah, totally.
Like it's,
If people don't know, Lazada is the like Thai.
That's the biggest addiction
Amazon,
that we have.
Right? Because it's like
We should do support group for that specifically.
Like it's so quick,
yeah.
and then like
so
it's like
I love it.
I do a dumb purchase. I'm like, okay, that's it. That was the last dumb purchase ever. It's just, but it never stops.
Honestly, like I just told my friends, like part of the jobs that I would want to have for myself is someone with like just like a big budget telling me like you can buy whatever you want on Lazada. Like that's fun for me.
Yeah.
I'm a very professional buyer.
Yeah. What would you buy?
I'm very good at buying.
Okay. So
it's beautiful stuff. And then they offered me a job actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a small job, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't want to talk about it because it's like new and it's theirs, but I'm gonna be able to do a lot of purchases.
Okay. And in what direction does it go? The purchases.
It's gonna be like beautiful, high quality things for children. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Does Lazada
for families?
Does Lazada have high quality stuff?
It's not specifically Lazada, but online.
Yeah.
Online, yeah. There is a lot. I'm very like into, okay, so what material is good for your bathing suit so it doesn't, leach, like all this, like leech or leak,
I don't know.
whatever.
Faye is also totally into the Lazada shopping.
But I like doing like smart shopping, like, the right things, kind
Yeah.
of. The things that can stay with you. And then it's like
Yeah.
when you start moving around, you're like, okay, those things, they can stay with me, but I need to buy another suitcase,
Yeah.
So.
Wow. From Daily Davy to... I don't know how we got here.
How we
But
got
yeah.
here, yeah.
So the last question.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you not vegan anymore? How dare you?
Wow.
You're a horrible person.
Mm-hmm.
Kidding.
Yes. Wow. I don't know. I love food. I love all kinds of food.
You don't have to answer. I made like a whole podcast recently.
Yeah? Okay.
Because my identity was like around it. And thus I like had a big following, which already decreased. And then, I just like my reach is like really cleansed, purified. Like I was like sometimes months and months, like I got so much hate, like so many vegans also, but by now they all left, and it's like really like people really resonate with me, so I have a really quality for reach. And but I was just going into it that
it's a fascinating topic too.
Yeah, there's like I probably make like I did a podcast in German, Veganism is a Cult, I called it, and it's like a harsh topic, but it was like a nice. Like title, but I like really went into it from all of, because it's just like a thing, and you and I will always go to the whole, so we always connect it to the whole, and there are like infinite aspects we can look at it, and it's such a hot topic.
It's a structure that when people also want to relate and to fit in, or it's a belief system. It is a cult in a way.
For me, it is if you're like this really hardcore, and it's all energy. Like,
but
it's
I
the
also
energy.
understand why people think that eating animals is extreme, and I agree. I mean, when you eat the meat of an animal, it's extreme. Like, why are we eating a cow and not a dog? Yet, saying that, and I'm still like able to eat the cow sometimes.
Yeah, but for me, like it's all energy, and we're having a body, so we have to honor our body, and then our body is like an animal.
It's animal, yeah.
And it has to like catch up. Like we're like having basically a older body from like adjusted to the old world, and now we're having these higher vibrational energies. And I got actually like into like almost a psychosis where like I was like getting so high vibe for a while that I needed substance. I needed things to drastically lower my vibration. Like I drank here a year ago ayahuasca on the island the last time, and it got me like another major awakening where I was so flying away. I was like this state, what many call a psychosis, but for me a psychosis is if you actually lose touch with reality. And I was like, am I speaking too loud?
No, I have a sensitive ear. Ow.
Okay.
Yeah, wow.
So it's not that I'm speaking too loud?
It's just this
thing, you don't have to wear it.
It's the plastic.
Oh, but put the microphone.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Or I can tell you if you speak.
We can actually switch ear and then I'll be okay.
But then we need to switch position. Well, we can.
Let's do the game of position changing.
Dum dum dum.
I'll take this.
Okay. So Nooma is having a pillow because she's not as tall as me. So don't be fooled.
And I like to be comfortable as well.
So.
Wait, is this the right one?
No. Hello? Okay. So, I completely forgot what we were just saying.
We were talking about eating. You were going out of an ayahuasca ceremony and you felt like you were flying.
So, oh my God. It feels so weird now hearing me on the other ear, right?
It's a cool experience though.
Whoa.
It's spatial.
Now we're balancing out the like...
And they get to see us from the other side.
Oh, were you checking yourself out in the mirror all the time when you were sitting here? Yes, you were.
A little bit, maybe.
Well...
Also on the screen sometimes.
Okay, anyways. A year ago, boom. And I never, when I was such a vegan, like my 20s, but I used it always to like, hey, follow your highest excitement and healthy lifestyle. I used this healthy lifestyle choices to connect it to the whole. But then I got to this thing where I like got so high vibe. So I was just like, it was like, I can hold so much consciousness where many people would just like, they would lose it, you know, like they lose touch with reality. They need to go to a clinic and they need to like take medications to come back here. And I can like stay really multidimensional where it gets really uncomfortable. And I was like, after ayahuasca, like staying on.
You start seeing mandalas and.
Yeah, and like
Instead of people.
and seeing myself from above and like all the levels, like it's just like my psyche is so that I'm like, I am this, I'm my higher self, I am like over soul level, like that. I'm like, wait, I want to be Ferdi again. I wanted to have it more like gradual to like raise my vibration as the experience of Ferdi. I invested like 32 years in this avatar, and I know how it felt to be like quote unquote in control, and I don't want to like skip so many levels and be like, there were like things I was like passing out, and I was creating that because I couldn't hold it, and then I was like, but I was going nowhere. I was like seeing myself from above and putting like these energetic grounding layers around me that this Ferdi could like hold it again. But I was like going like, and then I was like starting to turn down my MacBook and my phone because I was so like, everything is consciousness, and to give it a break, like plug it out, because I couldn't plug out. I couldn't sleep anymore. I was like always there on some level, fully conscious, and like often on all the levels. And it's like, it was crazy when you can just like go infinitely far, and then you're like having a panic attack and you need to like plug off, and then you create a panic attack, and then you're on a higher level. Oh, I just created that actually. So now, but now I'm still here, and I'm like, no, I want to create the illusion of separation that you're doing that and not me. So all this, anyways, I just was like, I was working with Vicky. I was like, because all my haters were like, you need to go back in the system, you need to hospitalize yourself. Like, and I was like, I was so ungrounded, so it got in my head. And so happy Vicky helped me here. She's like on this island, and I worked with her for years. And I was then just like, I was eating like fish and eggs and dairy and a lot of junk food, and I was smoking even cigarettes, and I was like, everything that lowers my vibration.
To ground back.
Yeah, to like lower this high and then I came. It took like 2 weeks, and I came more in my body, and I could really like just fruits or something. I was just like, it's just like flushing so much too. I need substance. I need some substance. And now just like eggs are really good. I'm so in tune with my body, and we are animals, and we need, this is the vehicle, and we need it.
You're feeding an animal, like
Yeah.
the same way that you're feeding your cats or your dogs.
And then I can just feel if like, oh, watermelon is great, but if I now eat watermelon, it doesn't do anything anymore. Like I need to ground. I need to like sustain my body, my hormone, like especially for women, like the hormones.
Yeah.
And
life is telling you like it's a choice, right? You can fly off, you can be the soul that you are. The body doesn't matter. Like we will receive it back happily. Like nature tells you, like you don't want this body, you want to dump it down in a waterfall. Like we'll eat it happily. Like we'll digest this body if you want. But if you want, and it's about want. It's about like intention. It's like, what do you want? Do you want to be in the body? Do you want to be in this life? Because you will forever be infinite, but this body is temporary. So cherish it, nourish it, like ask it what it wants. Like it's a different intelligence than where we're coming from.
Honoring like this is the life as it is right now. This is where my body's at, and allowing the body to catch up. And I see like some people that say like vegan or fruitarian, like in my opinion, maybe a little too long, and they're like a little like this, like, and they're like really space, and I'm like, and now I'm like, I'm so here, you know, I'm like, I took grounding the last year since this awakening that happened so seriously, and now I'm so grounded, like I've experienced all the most crazy multidimensional state of being, and I know what my body needs to like feel good in my body again. And
you still have the pathway for these experiences. Like it's you. It's your soul right.
The what?
The pathway for these experiences. Like you know that you can still experience the same like heights, even if you nourish your body in the way that it wants.
But now I can experience it here, you know? Like it's like how much spirit can we anchor in the physical.
Yeah.
And before I was like also a lot of and disembodied, you know. And now it's like it's the best. I want to be nowhere else. I want to be my body, you know. I want to make love. I want to feel it. I'm like, oh, I got an anal plug for myself, and now like yesterday I had a triple or like a,
Wow.
yeah, like it's like I made a German podcast about it. It's like
Wow.
men have so
Germans
much.
love this kind of.
No, it's just because my podcast is German, but it's like men miss out on so much pleasure. I'm telling you, because it's like this, like, oh, anal is gay as a man, and the anal plug is. It's like the male pleasure in the penis is so limited, and you quickly like have to like limit it, otherwise you come. But like all the muscles and the nerves ending, and you squeeze it against the plug, and there's so much pleasure.
Wow.
Like yesterday, I had like 2 prostate orgasms,
Wow.
and then another, and then I came, yeah. But each time I came, you know, what I didn't is it was like, it's like
this body is amazing, and we are sometimes
like where else
so.
do I want to be, right?
Oh my God. We get to experience such richness. Yeah, also like holding on to this, like, this is my nutrition, this is my belief, this is my, like, you stop the blood flow, you stop the life force from moving through and taking you somewhere where you can now like experience butt plugs, where before it's like, no, I'm 30, I'm a very serious man, I'm heterosexual, you know.
Yeah. And these eternal beings in the now, and it's like it's all
strip all away.
How much we can feel now. This is like all the spirit is here in this moment. That's why I love this podcast. That's why I love being so conscious with you here, so present. That's what it is. So this felt really good. Let's go to Dilly Devi soon.
Aww.
Did you like it? Did you like being on my podcast?
We can also go somewhere else, but we can go to Dilly Devi as well.
Oh, where do we go?
Waterfall, beach.
Which waterfall do you like
Foods
to
and
go?
Roots is amazing too, and it's right here.
True.
Near you.
Tansadet?
Not any less good. Tansadet.
That's my
we'll
favorite
do another
waterfall.
hangout.
Yeah. And
we have so much to discuss.
And
like
another
we
podcast.
have so much to talk about.
We didn't really, but I just like, you know.
We did like we touched many areas.
Yeah. But for me, it's the best. Like if I like, these are the questions, and I'm like, no, I want to stay present and like wherever the flow goes.
And you did, no? Or
I
like,
did.
But did you go over some of your questions? You did, right?
Yeah, but not like, there's still many more.
Yeah, okay.
So give us a comment, let us know how you liked it, and then we maybe do a round 2. Would you come on my podcast again?
Thank you
maybe
so
eventually?
much for inviting me.
Yeah.
I feel so honored. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ferdi is a very blessed being, very loved being. Life loves loving you because they feel appreciated by your side. Because you really see life and you really feel life. So it's good to have Ferdi. Yeah.
You hear this? Who am I speaking to? Exactly. Okay, so
now
check,
you know as well.
check Nooma out. Now you know as well. Whoever we're talking to right now. I link your Instagram. Is that the place to find you?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Check it out down below. I'm going to link her. If you have any other links, you just message me.
Someday maybe I'll upload some of my music there too.
Where? On
Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, you do, right? And I love your stories. Like, keep your stories up. I find stories just...
I live on the stories more than I do on my feed.
I find
my
weird.
feed is very like...
feed is the weirdest thing.
I don't actually upload stuff on my feed anymore. Like, maybe I will, but...
yeah, for me it's all authentic.
Stories.
Like, the more authentic we can share.
More moment to moment.
And it's like stories for me and podcasts. Like, this is for me...
Diamonds.
Yeah, like these reels, I'm like, okay, I'm this now. And then I'm like, I watch it a day later. I'm like, I'm not this anymore.
Same here. Oh my God.
So yeah, that's why I love Insta stories and podcast. Maybe you start your own podcast.
Love seeing
right?
Maybe I will one day. Now I'm very focusing on music production. I'm focused on that.
Nice.
So my main instrument of focus in life now is music.
Nice. Yeah, I would love to talk about that more next time.
Yeah. I hold ceremony space too.
Wow.
It's back into my life. I've been doing this for many years and then I had to take some time off. So it's back into my life now.
What kind of ceremonies?
Medicine work, inner child work, shadow work, together with some, music, sounds. It's not actually music; it's sounds. And
Did you play?
that I play, yeah, that I play.
Wow, maybe I'm
And,
booking a ceremony with you.
It's beautiful ceremonies, beautiful space.
Because what I'm not so good at, and I would love to get better at,
I have the mother energy.
is
Sorry,
crying.
it's
Yeah.
crying. Yeah, crying.
Yeah, so that's
is-
perfect.
Yeah, I
'Cause it's like-
really
it's
have
like-
the mother energy there.
Yeah. Like, it's like sometimes I can feel emotions wanting to go through my body, and I just have a hard time getting to this emotional release of like crying. And then I like, the energy doesn't get through so quickly, and then I go in the head where it's not getting processed anyway, so I just loop. And then I see like Faye, like just crying all the time.
So good.
And letting, and I'm like, I want to cry too. And I was like,
Ah.
how does it work?
Is there something that lets you cry, that like opens up the cry for you?
Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca.
And they cried a lot.
MD is also good for emotional work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, I remember.
And most medicines, they will, first of all, kind of cleanse you. So if you need to cry, they will, show you some truths. And yeah.
Yeah, let's see. This is one of my journeys I want to discover. Like on ayahuasca is this, and afterwards I could cry so easily. But I overall, it's too much. Like I felt like I get lost in my emotions. Like overall in this world, I like that I'm like, quote unquote, pretty stable.
Collected.
Yeah. And like, I'm just like, I guess this made me feel like if I like fully, that I'm like getting lost in my emotions.
But when you start this topic, I want to dive into the childhood with you.
Okay.
So,
Okay, let's stop here.
So we stop here and
Okay,
we
stop
take
here.
this
Check out
another time.
Nooma down below and give us some feedback. Yeah, write some comments. It would be amazing. Thanks for listening. Until next time. Peace out.